does that.
Hmm.
Yep, it does that. Anyway.
Welcome, mortals, to the Fantasy Football War Council's podcast. Here are your gods of war, Jonathan Arneson, along with Mario and Daniel Gutierrez.
Greetings, mortals, and welcome to another gathering of the Fantasy Football War Council. I'm your host, Jonathan, and here to guide you through the chaos. As always, I have Daniel and Mario, the Brothers Grimm, but they are gone for the next month, so I'm going to have some guest hosts this entire month. And the first guest host is Ollie, manager of Verithragna's Vengeance. Welcome in, Molly, and welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be back. Excited to be here right before playoffs too. What a great
Yeah.
time to join.
Oh, I know I had a drop just for that. Where did I put it? I didn't even put it in. Okay, well, bear with me. I'll put it in as we move on to today. We are going over the week 14 battles. Those results now trickle into playoffs. Playoffs start this week. So we are recording one day late, but Thursday is tomorrow. Playoffs begin. So it's a big week for everybody. Even those in the consolation bracket in our league, because in our league, playoffs, the consolation bracket, you will earn your draft spot. So the higher you finish, the better your draft pick is. So in a 14-man league, ninth place will get the first round draft pick, which is kind of cool. So
Yeah, yeah. Great way to keep everyone in check and also not tanking at the end of the season, trying to get the last draft pick, trying to get waiver wires still, and make it exciting for, the managers that aren't so good year over year. So
I named that the Raj rule. That's the Raj rule
there
for
you
sure,
go.
dude. Yeah, that's the Raj rule. Okay, Justin did
Yeah,
it first before him, but Raj really that like
yeah.
I implemented. I had to implement the rule after that. So yeah, okay. Let's dive into the news, and then we've got our battles and just a bunch of fun stuff, and we'll go into our pickups and playoffs. So, Daniel Jones has gone down. Unfortunate
Jeez.
for Ollie here. Yeah, unfortunate for Ollie. Torn Achilles, so done for the season and done for the most of the beginning of next season, unfortunately, because a late tear. So, what's the next
uh,
best option? The Indianapolis Colts have signed Philip Rivers. The last time
Obviously.
the Colts, absolutely. The last time the Colts have made the playoffs was in 2020 with Philip Rivers as their quarterback. So let's just rewrite. Let's go back, rewind that. Let's,
Uh,
it's blockbuster time. But now at 44 years old, he returns with the team sitting at 8-5 and has just outside the AFC playoff picture, hoping to help them get back into the postseason. So now
uh,
and all day long today, this has been on Cam Newton, the fourth and first down podcast. Cam Newton has been very upset. Cam Newton has been out there saying that he is in the prime of his life, prime at 39 years old, prime of his life, and was a better option than Philip Rivers, just because Philip Rivers knew the team and has a little bit to do with them. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I like. I don't know how he got back. I guess the assistant, well, Chargers assistant, now the coach, basically knew him and was like, okay, I guess I'll reach out to this 44-year-old. But like, is this the best option? I'm sure there's other quarterbacks out there. Like, bro, I went golfing the other day and my shoulder still hurts. And it was like 3 weeks ago, and I'm in my 40s. Like, I don't know how he's going to do at 44
Hey,
years old. Like,
hey,
one hit from a lineman. Are you kidding me? Like,
I couldn't do it. No, no, no. I'm 40. I went to Disneyland and I picked up my kid, and this is what happens. So, um, I don't know what to tell you. Like, he's about to fucking die, but it's a good thing he's got 13 children to remember him by. So,
I guess so. I will say this. I feel like I'm at fault for Daniel Jones going down because I picked him up for whatever reason. Mario dropped him the week before, and I'm like,
it's
oh,
Mario move.
I need a quarterback, and wow, Daniel Jones is, he's not top, he's not bottom, he's like eighth in the
Yeah.
league in
He's not
points,
been
and
doing, yeah. He's not been doing, he's good, a team quarterback. He's not a good fantasy quarterback the last few weeks.
Yeah,
right?
well,
He's
it doesn't
winning
matter.
them.
I need 20 points a game. That's all I need from my
Yeah,
quarterback.
he's not gonna get that. Yeah, he wasn't gonna
It's
get that.
well, he was going to get more than, Jalen Hurts. We'll talk about that later. But it was,
Well,
but then immediately goes down and just ruptures his Achilles. And I'm like, of course he does. This is my
see,
fault because I need it
and
all.
this is where I was gonna be a dick. I was gonna, as I wrote your battle out later, I was gonna actually go to the waiver wire and name out every quarterback that was available that did better. Just
Oh,
I just wanted to
that
tell you that,
was, well,
because there was
thank you. That's a lot of work.
plenty of choices. Yeah, I didn't do it because I was gonna do the same thing for Mario later because Mario had some really bad quarterback choices as well. So we'll get into that, but
Okay.
you know,
All right. Well, I'll be excited to watch the Colts this weekend. And our next bit of news, NFL teams have agreed to invest up to $32 million in creating a professional flag football league. I, for one, am so excited about this. And it is because the Olympics are going to have flag football. And I'm really hoping like Pickens is in there. I'm hoping um, Chris Godwin is in there. Just hoping we just stack the team with amazing NFL players and see how they do. Now, again, I've actually looked into this, and flag football is a completely different thing, and there's professional people that play flag football. Um,
true.
but how fun would it be to watch these NFL
But let me
players?
ask you, because I've seen the people that are ranked in these flag football rankings, the flag football, and I've seen the quarterback that's what they call the best, and I'm not sure he could hold a candle to any of the 32 that stand in the NFL, is my point. So even because flag football, yes, you're trying to avoid the tackle. So it's not going in to hit the person. You're trying to avoid that person. So it's a little
Sure,
bit different. But
sure.
offenders already know this. They don't want to get touched. They already know how to get away from someone. So their whole point is to get away from them anyway.
Yeah,
So it's not as different as people think it is. The defenders just have a different mindset because it's not hit the guy, it's he's gonna juke you. You got to get that flag. It's getting a small portion of him. So
agreed. Look, I just would love to watch Pickens play against Kazakhstan. Like, I
right,
just want to see how that plays out. I would be very excited. We're not great at soccer, so we might as well just dominate the world stage on
let's
this.
dominate the
So,
wool in football. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah.
Everyone says, "Hey, football is not football." We're going, okay, well, our football. Let's see how you do in our football. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd love to see that as well. Yeah, I absolutely would love to see that. So what do our German listeners think of that one? Okay, Giants fired assistant coach Brian Cox after a disagreement over an airplane seating on the way home from the Patriots loss. Now I do know it was came out the report. Kafka said that it wasn't. This was just the last straw, but apparently on the way home from their Patriots loss, he didn't want to sit where he was told, and what ensues. So
This
okay,
is one of the most Giants thing I've ever heard in my life. Like,
absolutely. When you're 2-11 and your team's imploding, let's just fire people for stupid shit at this point.
oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh, that's amazing. Absolutely
Yeah.
amazing.
I do love what you did here. I do love what you
Okay.
did. Yeah.
Okay, and the next bit of news, I just need to remind all our listeners that the Dallas Cowboys still suck. I understand this is not news, but it should be mentioned once in a while, and I will bring why, John, I am mentioning this. I have a very close friend who happens to be a Dallas Cowboys fan, and anytime the Cowboys are playing a Monday night game, a Thursday night game, a Sunday night game, and for whatever god-awful reason, they continue to get prime time television, even though they absolutely suck.
Not
And
America's team. Haven't been in a
my,
long time.
my friend always wants to come over. We get some beers, we get some pizza, and it's tradition to just watch the Cowboys lose. And I'm so tired of watching the Dallas Cowboys. So this is a friendly reminder that the Cowboys suck. Please stop putting them on TV. Replace Dak Prescott. Do
But
something
see,
else. You have an incredible
if your
offense.
friend hears this, he just hears that he doesn't want you don't want to sit next to him
No,
anymore.
I
That's
don't.
all I'm
I don't.
figuring.
I
That's how I'm
enjoy
figuring.
hanging out with my friend. I really enjoy. Let's watch the British baking show instead. Let's
Yeah.
watch something else. Like, I don't
Cake.
want to
Is that a
watch.
cake? Is that
Yeah,
cake? That's a cake or not? Yeah, yeah. I'll watch
I
one of
am.
those all day long for sure. Yeah.
Is this? Can I cuss? Is this? Are we still
Sure.
cussing?
Absolutely.
I am
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
so fucking tired of the Dallas Cowboys. I am tired of watching them
Well,
play because
That's why
Anyway,
the weekly question: Are you still them boys? We have to ask them every time they lose. You still
yeah,
them boys? Because
yeah,
they're not. They're
them
not. And they haven't
boys.
been. And as long as Jerry Jones sits in the seat that he does, they are not going to do anything good. So
Okay, I do. Let me go do this next news because I was actually very excited to share
right
this.
ahead. Yeah.
So Jalen Hurts has possibly the worst fantasy play in recent memory. So I don't know if you watch this or you watch the replay. Jalen Hurts goes back, and I don't know what the hell was going on with him that day, but he throws an interception, one of the four that he threw that day against the Chargers. So the Chargers, I forgot which player grabbed the ball, is running back. He gets tackled, ball fumble. He fumbles the ball. Jalen Hurts immediately gets the ball and gets tackled and fumbles it again. So now you have a -2 point for the interception. He gets the ball
Man,
back, which is fantastic, and then he fumbles it, which is another -2 points. So in
love
one play, he had -4 points in one play. I don't remember ever watching fantasy football and a player was able to lose the ball twice, have possession twice, and lose the ball twice.
not
I can't.
twice, but there's been some really bad single losses that are just so astounding. They hold the top worst plays, like the butt fumble, or when you run
Fair,
your own
fair,
lineman's
fair,
ass and he tackles you. You tackled yourself essentially. Like, dude, there are some bad ones. So yeah,
fair.
no, you're
That's
not
fair.
wrong though. That's what an amazing play to lose the fumble twice. I did
Yeah.
not catch that. I did not catch that. I
I'd buy that for $1.
absolutely would. I absolutely would. That's
I
awesome.
missed that
Okay.
segment. We should bring that back. Anyways, go on.
Yes. That was a damn good segment. I missed that segment, so got to go back in. Okay, and final bit of news: Geno Smith unlikely to play this Sunday for the Eagles for the Raiders. Kenny Pickett is in line to be your quarterback one. Apparently, they're just shooting for that number one draft pick at this point. So
Yeah. No kidding.
good job,
No
good job.
kidding.
Yeah, get rid of Pete Carroll as quickly as you can.
Oh,
So, okay, let's dive into our battles, shall we? In our first battle of the evening, we had a battle of the host, Plague
well,
of Anubis, myself. What?
yeah. Oh, I think I should go. I mean, this
Go
is,
right ahead. Go right
yeah,
ahead.
this is, I mean,
I didn't want to force you to read too much tonight, so go right ahead.
no, 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 no. We'll switch off here. This was an incredible match. It, I was watching this very closely, and it was a nail biter to the end. Uh,
Mm,
So
to
in
overtime.
this
Yeah.
in the first battle of the evening, we had the battle of the hosts, Plague of Anubis, John versus Apache Gorillas, Daniel, ending in a razor thin 214.98. I have to put the points in to 214.44. And this goes back to 15 years ago, John, when I said we need to
You
add
I was
because
going to make that comment. I was going to wait until the end. I didn't want to interrupt you. You were the reason we did it. You hated how many ties we had because we had so many ties happening. And yeah, you're right, dude. Less
so
ties have although we did
and
have one. We still have had one.
we did. And in an amazing victory, a .55 victory, and easily the closest loss of the week. I think the closest loss of the season.
No, we've got closer. We've got closer.
We did get closer. Okay.
Yeah, we got closer. I think we have like a 2.25 or something. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, making Daniel the rightful Spartan Shield recipient, lost in the sands of time, or more accurately, the constellation bracket. Daniel now continues his quest for the first ever elusive first pick, while on John's side, he somehow won just enough to climb from 11th to 7th and actually secure a playoff spot. We'll get to this. We'll get to this very
Blows my
shortly.
mind.
Not entirely sure he wanted to, but here we are. Both teams balled out. It is insane that both teams put up over 214 points with heroes on both sides. RJ Harvey smashing for 25.9 points, JSN with 24.8, Kyle Pitts resurrecting with 21.5, Harold Fandon exploded for 31.4, but the real difference maker was the return of Omari at Hampton running like Sully the Monster from Monsters Inc., just bulldozing anything in front of him. Man, that Disney
I
game was
love that
so
Disney game. That
it was
Disney game,
so much
awesome.
fun.
That was such an awesome game to watch. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Big congratulations to John for taking down Daniel for the second time this year and sneaking into the playoffs. And Daniel, better luck next week. I know you're in the same boat, just waiting for all the players to come back at the right time. John, I will say this. I woke up this morning at 5:36 when I have to wake up, get ready for work, and I'm like, oh, let me check the waiver wires. I didn't even check who I'm playing against in the playoffs because I just assumed it was one of the teams that I looked at last week. And the last thing I remember, you were like 2-6. and, and all of a sudden, I'm saying, why am I playing John? Am I in the consolation bracket? I thought I was doing pretty well. What is going on? And no, you made the playoffs. I don't know how. I don't know where you came from. Immediately I remember that meme from Dexter where that guy just pops out and says, "Surprise, motherfucker," and that
Surprise,
was you.
motherfucker!
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
surprise, motherfucker! Totally.
congratulations.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. And honestly, yeah, you get no mindset. You start to think you're already in the consolation. So I'm ready for like battling for that first round pick, and then now I'm battling for this. So totally down. Changes mindset. Team's coming back. I'm happy with it. I've got my two paired running backs with Harvey and Hampton, so I'm happy. Hampton ran really well. Thank you very much. A .55 victory came in overtime over
Insane.
Daniel. Hey, hey,
Insane. To get into the playoffs at
yeah,
that.
yeah. Hey, you know what? To wake up and see that I'm playing you, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So,
We'll get to that. But I wonder, I mean, wait, have we checked recently? Because what about stat corrections? Because this is
eh,
something.
so last night, yeah. So we are a day late, and they held off bracketing because they wanted to make sure stat corrections would go in before today, and so
Okay, fair,
they
fair,
are
fair. So
final. They are
we're not.
final.
Okay.
They are
All
final.
right.
So
All right.
yeah, yeah. You're playing me, buddy. You're playing me. It's okay. I know you don't have a good track record against me in the playoffs. I get it. So,
We'll talk about this. We'll talk about this more.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I have a poster. I have a poster. I'm not happy about this poster. I got a fucking poster. Okay. So,
That's
all
fair.
right.
That's fair.
And in this week's March on Ananke's Temple of BDSM, the Kuiper Belt soldiers came in and delivered a galactic ass whooping, winning 191.21 to 168.13, a 21.08 point domination. Jose came in swinging with lefts and rights like comets from deep space, and led by Sam Darnold, dropping just under 30 points. It was like 29.76 or something, and absolutely killing it. Jalen Warren staying steady with 17.2. Nico Collins waking up with 15.6, and Higgins earning his paycheck with 25.7. But the real jealousy came from me and Daniel. Was Carson's was Swessinger and his gorgeous 22 points just sitting there. This kid has jumped to IDP number 12 at this point. I'm just
Jeez. Yeah.
continuing to kick my own ass because both me and Daniel had him. Daniel dropped him. I picked him up, and he got an injury. And then they wrote on the injury high ankle sprain. So what do you hear when you hear an high ankle sprain? I hear
Man.
4 to 6 weeks. So I
Yep.
dropped his ass. Well, he put up like 32 points that next week. So this kid has been studly for Jose. What an amazing pickup by Jose. And one of the reasons Jose's just killing it. So on the other side, bound, gagged, and left there, unfulfilled. Robbie, and with the only a few small victories, like Woody Marks to 21.3 and Trey McBride 14.3, Jalen Waddle 17.8. But that's about as far as it goes. Everything else was single digit disasters, like Keenan Allen, his entire defensive unit just all collapsed. That's it. So, congratulations, Jose. Huge win. Sitting at 10th place, but he's got a strong team, and he's right in front of ninth place, right where he wants to sit for that first round pick. So hold your ground, buddy. And, I'll keep picking against him in the pick'ems because it's my magic. I've learned that if I pick Jose, he loses. If I pick against Jose, he wins. So I'm picking against him every week. So gotta help him.
you're
Gotta help
you're
him out.
doing you're doing your part. You're doing
I'm
our
doing
part.
my part. Yeah, yeah. That's something I picked up on earlier. So
Very, very cool. All right. Well, in the our third battle this evening, we had some big hitters trading blows as mighty Bustones took on Hail Marys and fell 214.54 to 191.79, a 22.8 point victory for Raymond. Both teams absolutely showed up, putting on strong numbers across the board. Ray got 28.2 from Saquon Barkley, while Mario countered with Kyle, damn it,
Manungai. Manungai.
Manangai,
I
and
got you.
Manangai's
I got you.
15.5 and Brock Powers 17.5.
I should have let
Seattle's
you struggle.
I,
I
you know
should have
what?
let you
You
struggle.
were too nice. I was gonna. Okay, you know what? I was gonna say Menengies. So Menengies and Brockback 17.5. Seattle's defense exploded for 31.55 on Mario's side, but Ray matched with the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. With Brandon Aubrey, my God, he 20 dropping
Mhm.
29 points, the best player on the Dallas Cowboys. So not
The
surprising.
only player of the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah.
Yeah, but who has what more points than like some of the top
Saquon
wide receivers?
Barkley and some of the running backs as well. No joke. He's got more points than Saquon Barkley right now. So yeah,
Unbelievable.
Drake's London. There's a handful of players that are on that
Yeah,
list.
yeah.
So
Proving, I think he got picked pretty high up on the draft, and I
it
laughed.
was a
And
what
now,
it was a what the fuck. Yeah, people are like, what? So I'm
and
not
I
questioning.
am I am sorry. I was one of those people and I was wrong. Proving once again that kickers are people too. But Mario's downfall was his waiver wire quarterback roulette with Drake May on by. Mario grabbed Tyrod Taylor. I think I picked him up for 1 week. I've been having some issues. Who is rewarded with
Keep
negative
having them. Have
1.76,
them.
which, believe it or not, was still better than the original plan of Marcus Mariota with his negative 2.75. That
As
empty,
I'm looking for waiver wire who won it, I could not believe it. So I'm like, wow, Mario, at least he did better than what he
even though
presented.
Daniel Jones went down in the first quarter, he scored at least 1 point.
Hey,
Compared to
he did just solid. He didn't get you negative points at least. Better than Mario.
that empty spot on the helm is what let Ray take control of this battle. Congratulations to Raymond, now 8-6 and sitting firmly in fifth place with a playoff ticket in hand. Mario, good luck in the consolation bracket. You've got a high scoring team with that first pick is starting to shine like a beacon. And Mario did also pick up a wonderful pick. And we'll talk about it because I think he got a trophy on it as well. But he's Mario's picked up a few great players, but for some reason
Mhm.
has dropped a few great players at the same time. So if
You
only
know,
you could
he's
just,
he's trying to Howie Roseman it. He really is. He did it with his draft picks at the beginning of the year with the trade at the draft.
yeah,
And it's again he's doing it with some players. Now he's trying to predict their high and lows, and he's done good on some of the people, and then you know. But I honestly like he's sitting on some players right now that are doing good that were not doing good, and he got them. So
they got him.
he's been watching. Yeah, Mario's usually really good at the waiver wire. I'm gonna
Yeah, he
mad
is.
props.
He
Ooh,
is.
it's your battle. Okay, at our next battle, it finally happened. The waves parted, the skies cleared, and the sun shone down. Arjuna's warriors claimed their third win of the year. Congratulations. Beating Arathragna's Vengeance 224 to 0.16 to 201.35. 22.81 point victory. So we had three matchups with 224 and they had two matchups with 222.8. I love all the numbers this week.
Yeah.
Anyway, a 22.8 point victory that must feel like 100 points just because it's his third victory, Gifted by the sudden demise of Daniel Jones in that lonely 1 point he left you, Oli, Richard
Uh,
secures his third win just as the playoff picture starts to take shape. Now, unfortunately, he's not in it, but in that consolation bracket, he's a high scoring team. So both teams put up very strong numbers in this matchup across the board. And this really came down to a quarterback leaving the game early. Because with Joe Burrow back in action, 27.36,
yeah.
Jameer Gibbs exploding, 37.9, and this kid, man, he's phenomenal. It's no surprise Richard pulled this one off. and it's kind of surprised that it's only his third win. Congratulations on a hard fought win, and don't let it go to your head. Ollie, I'd wish you luck next week, but I'm not entirely sure I mean it.
Honestly, I'm surprised he only has 3 wins. He has a solid team. He has a really solid team. His defense is like everything is good. It's
Mhm.
insane. Like I was playing against him, I'm like, I don't feel like I'm playing against a 3 win or 2 win team. This feels like a 10 win team. Like
Yeah.
Gibbs, Burrow, Adams, Brown. I mean, are
Well,
you
to
kidding
lose,
me?
he lost Burrow early, so and
Yeah, he
he
lost Burrow
waiver
early.
wire. He struggled with his quarterback, and then he was struggling with a little bit of his IDPs early on, but then he switched it up. He made some really good grabs, and he's kind of turned things around. But yeah, he's been one of the, I'm not going to say lower scoring, but he is in the lower bracket. He is in the lower bracket of the scoring, but
Yeah.
he's had more of the points scored against him, though. So he just seems to keep facing people that are having better days. I think Daniel knows a little about that one. He was in that boat earlier this year. So
Yeah, yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. In our next battle, Martin staying true to the Raiders by losing in an embarrassing way. 168.75. By the way, that's the winning team to 126.5, a 42.25 loss. Although Martin is not 93 years old, his coaching style seems to be mimicking Pete Carroll's. And like Pete, he should really get his eyes checked because how do you lose to an opposing team that only puts up 168 points and still lose by 42 points? Well, let me tell you how. First, his defense, his entirety of his defense, which is includes 6 players, his team defense and 5 IDPs, put up a whopping 47 points. It was so low that I didn't even need to use a calculator to put that together. His best player on his team was a kicker. I cannot stress how much Martin followed through as a true Raider fan. Meanwhile, Team R2BU really lucked out this week as they scored also the lowest amount of points in the win. Congrats on playing the whatever the equivalent of a Raider team for fantasy football is. And congrats on making the playoffs.
yeah, congrats, Jess. Now her team
Yeah.
name is the One. We haven't had gotten her to change it on her end, but it
Yeah.
is the One, and it's a cool because she used the Buddy Christ from Jay and Silent Bob. He comes up.
That's right.
That's her logo. So I love
That's
it.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Now
right.
she's and it's scary. Her team's a scary team. You read some of those players and you're like, dang, that's a team that's in the playoffs right now. I don't want to play against it. So
Her team is scary. Mahomes had an off game. The refs just didn't pull through for him, unfortunately, so he didn't do too well. But she does have a solid team. Meanwhile, Martin, on the other hand, Jalen Hurts really just did him dirty that game. So he just didn't have a good game overall. But it was really fun to watch.
oh yeah, I'm sure from an outside perspective or your perspective, it was definitely fun to watch. So yeah.
Fantastic.
Ours
Absolutely
as well.
fantastic.
Don't worry. Yeah, ours as
Yeah.
well. So anyway, so okay, this week, Owl Formation took flight, caught the wind, and charged full speed at Saving Ryan's privates, and immediately hit a wall, losing 232.49 to 167. I'm sorry, 176.01, a 56.48 point blowout that gives Uncle Rob yet another massacre of the week for biggest victory and conqueror of the week for highest score. Dominant and now securing the first seed, Rob's team is an absolute monster. Josh Allen dropping 55.14 is
Jeez.
just ridiculous. Yeah. And for perspective, that alone is 1/3 of Allen's entire team score. The other 2/3 were filled in by 5 more of Rob's players, meaning 8 of his 13 were enough to win. The remaining 5 were there just for style points. Allen did get solid outings from Kyron Williams and Josh Jacobs, 22.3 and 23.2, but the rest of his roster fell apart. Mark Andrews, 2.4, Lad McConkey, 2.2. Those scores don't win battles. Congratulations, Rob. Grumble, grumble, grumble. And then
I
Mario.
he does have a really solid team. He really does. And
Oh,
I Well, we'll see. He's had some games where he lucked out this season. He only put up 170, 180, and then he still won. I mean, we'll see how it goes. But man, that
Well,
game with Josh Allen, that was wild. Yeah,
Rob
55 points.
is one of the higher scoring teams in the league, but not the highest. But
Mhm.
he is one of the lowest scoring against him. If you go look
Yeah.
at that, he's actually the second lowest, which is just absolutely ridiculous.
Hey, we've all had those seasons. Not many
No,
of
I
them, but we've
get it.
we've had,
I get it.
we've
I get
had,
it. I get it. Yeah.
we've
So,
had.
but yeah. Whew, well, all right. In our final battle of the evening, Hercules' huge sock lined up for the kick and hit a doinker against the victorious Valkyries, failing 189.36 to 164.89 for a 24.48 point deficit. Things started strong with Hercules, with Dak Prescott throwing 31.04. But that's where the momentum ended. James Cook managed 13.2. Chris Olave stumbled with 5.5. David Njoku barely scratched 7.6. The rest of the roster followed suit, dragging their feet like they forgot what week it was. On the other side, the Valkyries didn't soar but flew steady. Jared Goff posted 18.56, Jonathan Taylor 15.6, Kymir Dike stayed consistent with 15.3, David Montgomery punched for 16.5, but the
Mhm.
true stars were the Jaguars defense, 27.2, and a trio of defenders who held strong to seal the deal. Congratulations on another hard fought win, Chas. Let's see where the luck carries into next week. It's gonna be an interesting week this week for
Oh
playoffs.
God,
Cannot
yeah.
even begin to
Oh,
jump into this. Okay, so there's our battles for the week. Our next segment is the Loki's Lucky Finds. Our defensive player of the week. Did I post a defensive? No. Oh my goodness.
they're both offensive.
Yeah, they're both offensive. My goodness. Okay, there was. I remember it. I'll find it. Our offensive one is 38 points. It goes to Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard, 38.1 points against Cleveland to Robbie. That was a phenomenal pickup.
On the bench though.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he did.
Michael Wilson too. Michael Wilson with what Mario picked up. Great pickup, especially with a lot of their wide receivers not playing well. Brissett going playing incredibly well, and Michael Wilson was also left on the bench, which was hurtful.
I think you hold it with Terrell Bernard. No joke. There wasn't a lot of good defensive picks this week.
No, that was last week. Bernard was injured on week 14. Uh,
Nixon only put up, see, 19 points. Here you go. Okay. Keyshawn Nixon, 19
Keyshawn Nixon.
points.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Keyshawn Nixon. Chas got him. So,
Chas, yeah, good pickup. Solid
yeah,
pickup.
great pickup. So that one's Chas. So, well done. Okay. Uh, it's playoff time. So let's jump
Oof.
into our talk. Okay, so I forgot to put in some points from a week or so ago. So a week ago, I went 2-5. Mario went 3-4, and Daniel went 4-3. Now this last week, we all went 3-4. Um, let's see who's going to win the playoffs or lose them, and we'll pick them. So our first matchup, starting if we start at the top, it's the round. It's our first seed and our eighth seed, and
Mhm.
it's the two Robs. We have Uncle Rob versus Robbie. Ananke's Temple of BDSM versus Saving Ryan's Princess. Yeah, what a matchup, right? If there ever was a battle that you want Uncle Rob to lose in, this is it. Like,
This is it.
it's the old we call it the Martin when you go 11-0 and then you lose your first leg in the playoffs. I've dubbed that one the Martin.
Yeah.
Peter Martin, the original Martin. So
The original Martin.
yeah,
Yep,
the
the
original
original
Martin.
Martin.
Yeah, I remember him being so happy. He's like, I'm 11-0, and then he made it to the playoffs, and he lost that first leg, and he was just like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, that's fantasy football, man. That's what happens. That's I don't want to pick because I know I'm picking Robbie because like I want
Oh
Robbie to
wow,
win. Yeah,
we're
yeah,
all
yeah.
we're
I
all
think I
picking
think
Robbie here,
everyone's
right?
going against. I think everyone. I didn't type in Daniel's picks. I apologize. Let me open that up because I do have those. Daniel picked his uncle,
Yeah.
so he did pick him, and and Mario picked Robbie.
Yep. He did. He did.
No, he picked. Well, see, that's confusing because he put Robbie and then Uncle Rob.
He's going for both. Well, I wonder if he was looking
Oh,
at the matchups before they were played. Was it or no? It was
yes.
yesterday.
So yesterday,
Yeah.
okay. So I don't know about you, but I looked at midnight. It had two different sets in the playoffs. Bless you. In the playoffs, if you click the playoffs tab, it had what we are actually doing, and then in the matchups, like if you were to swipe through the matchups, each
Hmm.
one was different. It actually had me facing Martin. It had Chas facing someone in the console. So that's why I was like, wait a minute. Martin's in the consolation bracket. I'm not
Yeah.
playing Martin. So
All right. Well, we'll have to clarify with him. That makes sense because I was looking at the picks and I was like, wait, how can John and me big picks? So it was
mhm,
he was looking at the wrong ones. All right. Well, we'll
yeah.
get his clarifications there.
Okay.
I'm going with Robbie too. That's what I'm going with, and you can't change my mind. That's
You
what I
can't change
want.
my mind. No, no, no. Can't change my mind. I'm picking with my heart, not my brain. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
It's okay.
there you
That's what I'm
go.
gonna do
There
too.
you go.
Okay, so this next one I feel like a little bad for, but you're like, oh man, I've been in this predicament. You're in the household of the Lopez Manor here with the one Jess
Oof.
facing off her husband, Ray. Hail Marys.
Oof.
And I think somebody's going to be saying a few Hail Marys in that household during this matchup. Yeah, it's never good when because somebody's going to lose. Someone's going to be happy. Someone's going to be upset. You want this to happen like in the championship so that you get first and second, not out the first round, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Uh,
Ah,
you know,
who do you got, John? Who are you picking?
See, this is the thing. I've been saying this the whole time. Like Ray's got a scary team, but when you look at Jess's, she's got the boom players, the Christian McCaffrey. I'm scared of those ones because they could put up the big 40 burgers that you go, man, that hurt me.
Agreed.
You know,
Agreed.
consistency all the way through will beat you, but so well 240 points when that guy put 50 on me. So
Well,
yeah.
I'm also looking at this I'm thinking Jess is also Mahomes is playing against the Chargers. It's a divisional game. Chargers had, I mean, they shut down Jalen Hurts, and also Ray has Kelsey on the other side of the fence. So if he does score a touchdown, high probability it's going to Kelsey. So I think Ray has the upper hand here. That's just me.
And I kind of think he does too, but I want to pick Jess. That's like, you
Fair
know,
enough.
I
Fair
want to
enough.
I want to pick Jess. Uh I'm just not sure I want to face Ray. He's got a scary team. Like both of them do, but like it comes down to who would you rather play, right? That's what you're really thinking
Mhm.
about when you're in the playoffs. Is who would you rather face? So,
Well, I'll just
okay.
tell you, I have not fared well against the women in this league. So,
No. They beat the hell out of the men. Yeah, there's something wrong because they whoop us really good.
yeah,
Okay, speaking of which,
yeah.
Chas is playing Victoria's Valkyries takes on Hercules Huge Sock in our next matchup, a repeat of this last week. And I will repeat a comment. She said, I beat him this week. I don't want to play him again. I don't want to play him again. So,
Oh, all these games are going to be so great to watch. It's
oh,
so
yeah.
good. They're so
Yeah.
good. Yeah. No.
I'm rooting Chas, and I see that both Daniel and Mario did the
I'm
same.
Once again, Chas has done amazingly well. And shame on me, by the way. You just said Victoria's Valkyries. I always thought her name was Vicious Valkyries. Either
Ah,
name is well deserved because she does insanely well in the initial draft, in the waivers throughout the season, and she is one of the only two teams that it's double-digit wins for the league, if I'm not mistaken. I think her and Uncle Rob are. So I I am also rooting for Chas, but the only reason I am is because when I beat you, John, if I play Chas, and hopefully I will, Chas just has such bad luck in the playoffs. She does so well throughout the season, and it's not on her. Just a couple of her players just flat out don't do anything in the playoffs. Like it's so unfortunate. So if I don't win this year, I am fully rooting for Chas this year. I really am.
yeah, I mean, you want to see it happen, right? I do
Yeah.
as well, and you're not wrong. She will have she's also been a undefeated team and ousted as a week one
Oh,
right after the
yeah.
bye. You come off
Yeah.
that bye and then players don't play as like whatever her players like. She likes Lamar Jackson, and I think she's going with him this week because he played well this last week. So that's
Yeah.
someone she does like to stick with, and he tends not to he'll let her down in these games. So
Agreed. Agreed.
so we'll see. Okay. This is the matchup of the week. This is the matchup of the week right here. Ollie, it's Parathractus Nensis versus the Plague of Anubis. It is you versus me, my friend. And
Once
not a
again.
predicament. Once again, this is a situation we always seem to find ourselves in. We will play each other week one of the playoffs, and one of us is a stepping stone to the other person's championship. So who is
It has
winning? Who is winning?
happened many of times. This is going to be a fantastic game. I lucked out and picked up Sanders in the waiver wires as I have zero and no quarterbacks out there. He played
Would you
incredibly
call
well
it
last
luck
week.
or just like I gave them to you? Because I kind of bent over and gave them to you. I mean,
The
that's
best
why
part
you
is
had
like
to
you didn't
text
even
literally at
notice.
midnight. That's why you had to text at midnight. Like, no, I saw. Like, yeah, I didn't look. So okay, in my in my defense, I didn't look at his roster. I didn't prepare for who I was facing when I looked at my waivers. So I shifted Sanders down to the number two priority at 11:51, 29 minutes before waivers hit, and thought I don't need that. And if I looked at his team, boy, would Sanders have been number one priority to just stick him the finger and take all quarterbacks away from him. And I gave him to you. I feel like I did to myself because I was so upset, so upset, so upset. So
You did.
if I
You
lose,
did.
yeah, if I lose to Sanders, it's gonna be like a mad rage quit. Just
It's going to be a tough game for him. He's still a rookie. He's going into Chicago. It's going to be windy there. It's not going to be easy. So we'll see
I
how things
think
play out.
he's got 4 games, and 2 of them are easy, and 2 of them are harder. And the
Yeah.
2 harder ones are sandwiched in the middle, in my opinion. I think Chicago's. It's not an easy matchup, but I think it's easier of the 4 that he's facing.
Yeah.
And then he faces the Bills, and then you got Pittsburgh. So you've got. I think those are the more rougher matchups. So, yeah,
Agreed.
I think he's got to have a good week for you. I wish I went with him and stuck you with Justin Fields instead. I would feel so much better about my team right now if you had Fields at the helm. So, yeah, that'd be really good. Okay, into our consolation bracket because that is our top 8 teams that made it into the playoffs. We have 2 teams that have a bye week. Um, Arjuna's Warriors, Richard, and then Smitey Mighty Boss Stones, Mario, both have bye weeks. And then our first battle is Martin. I'm an Aztec Warrior versus Kuiper Belt Soldiers.
Yeah.
And let's see. Yeah, the Daniel wrote Jose, but Ollie didn't write anyone from that battle. So we'll have to get that one from him.
Mhm.
I'm going to, in good fashion, take the loss of the pick'em and pick against Jose because I want Jose to win this. And I'm going to pick Martin.
Fair.
Martin, don't let it go to your head. It's not because I want you to win. Yeah, I want Jose to win, and I have figured out a little magic trick this works. So we're gonna work with it.
Okay.
I see you've picked Al. You've picked Jose as well. You're
I've
going
picked
Jose.
Jose.
See, you picked Jose as well, just in a different fashion that I did. So
Yes. Yes. No, I
you know,
think
we're going for this
we're all
work.
Jose here so far.
We're all
Yes.
yeah, we're all on the same page. So okay, and then in our final battle, we have Al Formation facing off against Apache Gorillas. Oh man. Mario again does not have anybody in this matchup. Yeah, we're gonna have to get him to confirm his picks.
Yeah, I think they picked before
I
it all
think they both.
changed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they both did. We'll have to.
Yeah,
But
because I'm
yeah,
sure Mario would have picked me over you, but just saying.
you think that? You do think but Mario is Mario, and Mario pulls Mario picks, and I appreciate those sometimes. So, um, this is a toughie. Daniel's got.
This is a coin flip. For me, it was a coin flip. That's all it was.
It really, it's
Daniel's
really
got us.
close.
He is one of the best wide receivers in the league this year. He has Bucky Irving, who's just getting back into the swing of things. It's his third game back. Matthew Stafford. If he was a playoff team, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. Look at his team. He just has not had good luck this year. So I
He
think
is the one of the highest. I think he's second highest scoring team in our league, and he's in the consolation. So
and I think his bad luck is going to continue for the rest of the year. So he's going to lose. That's all. That's all it
little
is.
rough, little looks like third highest, but yeah, that's a little rough, a little harsh.
That's
Okay,
rough.
I get it. No, I mean honestly, I don't think you're wrong because he's got he's got a handful of players on Thursday night game. I'm not a fan of Thursday night games. Short turnarounds, hard to
Mm,
study and practice for, and game scripts just they're way different than Sunday games, and you
so
never know how to predict what's going to happen. And he's got a lot of players on a Thursday, so
that's a
I'm gonna
fair
go.
assessment. I didn't think about
I'm
that. You're right.
I'm
Hmm.
going to go Allen myself here.
All right.
So okay. All right. Thanks for marching with us. Tune in next week to witness who conquers who claims glory, and who is cast down and banished into the pit. This week it was Martin. um, but playoffs next week should be a really good matchup. So tune in for who makes it into the playoffs. But another chapter etched into the halls of Valhalla. Until next time, stand ready, mortals.
The gods have spoken.
Thank you.